Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel here today, and we're back for another Walking Dead Season 4 / Final Season discussion video here today. And today we're going to be talking about the top 5 characters I would like to see in Season 4 / the final season of The Walking Dead. Obviously, I have made a video similar to this talking about all the returning characters and the possibilities of that. If you want to check that video, that card will be in the top right as well as in the description for that video. That's basically where I go through every single character. But here's just basically a personal list of mine for the top 5 characters I would like to see. Obviously, all these characters most likely won't return, but maybe a couple will. So this is based on my order. And please, in the comments, guys, give me your top 5 list of the top 5 characters in order of popularity, whatever you think that you would like to see in Season 4 / the final season. So like I said, this is a Clementine-driven story. It is very likely we're going to see a lot of these characters, or at least a portion of them, in the next season. Alright guys, poll is down below in the description, and as well, guys, I have a question for y'all. I have 2 polls here. When do you guys want to see Walking Dead videos? How many a week? I'm banking on 2, and what days? Because I'm thinking Wednesday and maybe Saturday. I'm thinking about when we do Walking Dead videos, because I almost want to get videos out daily in terms of anything. But we'll see. Make sure to vote down below in the description, guys, and let's get straight into this top 5. Peace. So, my number 5 returning character I'd like to see in Season 4 is my man Jesus. Now, Jesus was a very, very interesting character. He was very nice, very funny, comedic, relatable, and again, he has some backstory to him because he's a comic book character. So it's pretty obvious that out of all the Season 3 at least new characters that I'd seen, other than maybe the Garcia family, I think Jesus was the best. Because like I said, Season 3 didn't really have a strong group of characters, but Jesus definitely stood out from the rest. He definitely, to me, was a better character than most in Season 3. And that's why, like I said, with him, after they get Richmond out, he looks like he's going somewhere else. It'd be nice to see him if there is some final battle in Richmond in Season 4. Nice if we could see Jesus back, maybe in our back. But it's very likely to see him. You guys think of Jesus' return in the comments? Give me down below. But that's my number 5, down to number 4 right here. Number 4 to me is Molly. Now the reason I picked Molly at the number 4 spot is I feel there's a couple other characters, in my opinion, that I want to see more than Molly. But Molly to me is a better, more improved, mentally stable Jane. She's better than, again, nothing like in terms of how she thought or how she acted would be like Jane, but her survival stuff kind of reminds me a lot of Jane. Just a lot better Jane in my opinion. But what I want to really see if Molly does return is that she's at the McCarroll Ranch potentially, is that we only got 1 episode of her in Season 1. Remember, it was only episode 4 and then she ended up leaving. Now that obviously leaves a lot open. I don't know the chances. I think Molly is very unlikely to return. But like I said again, with Clementine being the main playable character, it would be interesting to see a character like Molly, one that we never got really spent a whole lot of time with in Season 1, and get to maybe expand a little more, learn a little more about that. Because I mean, in the 1 episode we got a little information about Molly, learned a little about her past in Crawford, and her sister and all what she had to do to get through all that. But what I really want to see with Molly is just a more of an emphasis on her character. Obviously, I feel she really, really, really can stack up really well in Season 4. Whether she be like I said, I think she'll be if she returns, she'd be a good person. I would hopefully believe, and but it'd be crazy if how you saw Bonnie, how she's working for some other group, which would actually be really good. Like she works for maybe whoever works at the McCarroll Ranch. Potentially. Not enough? I don't know. But the fact that we didn't get to see Molly a lot in Season 1 makes me believe that there's a, despite me thinking it's not 100%, there's a slim chance. There's a slim chance, that's for sure. But, just compared to, like I said, number 5's choice, which, geez, I think I want to see more of the Season 1, Season 2 characters than just old Season 3. But that's my number 4. Now we're on to number 3. Number 3 for me is Mike / Arvo. I'm going to put them both together since they did end up leaving together. Obviously, since Bonnie is a determinant character, I'm not going to be placing her in this, even though, like I said, I hate Bonnie. She's a fucking snake. I don't really give a damn about Bonnie. Even if she wasn't determined, I wouldn't put her on this damn list because I don't give enough damn about Bonnie anyway to talk about her. But Mike and Arvo is probably one of the I think the most interesting out of all the characters I mentioned here, even though they're not number 1. It's probably the most interesting character dynamic. Because remember, we have 2 characters here that were we were basically friends with Mike throughout episodes 3, 4, and up until 5, and until the middle of it. And Arvo, we didn't really, depending on what kind of, opinion you had of him, you really probably didn't know that much about him. Some of you hated him, so you may have think, okay, let's try to make this work with him. And then until this moment, when Clem gets shot, your opinion of Arvo could have been whatever you wanted, but then after that, you probably hated the hell out of Arvo. But the fact that they're a dynamic as a villain, I want to see it, because Arvo can obviously, I don't think he could be a leader, obviously, look at him, no leader, but potentially being a determinant, or not, I wouldn't say determinant, but being a potential, side villain, maybe, or running into him somewhere would be the craziest coincidence ever. I think Mike could be a leader, though. I could see Mike being a villain. Now, obviously, who is the main leader? If there's a new faction in Season 4, it could be Mike. I would not count that out 100%. I would like to see it. And then what if Mike is the leader and Arvo is more of a minion or something, or more of a side leader? How Season 3 had it was that they split New Frontier into 3 main leaders, which was, like I said again, or 4 main leaders. They had David, they had Dr. Lingard, they had Joan and Clint, and that was it. They split into 4 different areas. So maybe another faction in Season 4 could be split maybe in the same way, or maybe a 2-3 person leadership. That would actually be interesting. Or will we just maybe run to them? Like I said, they wanted to go to a warmer climate. So likely we could see them again. Very likely. And what do you guys think of the Mike and Arvo? Now, the reason I put them together, like I said, because they left together, and most likely they, either will show up together or only one will show up. But I'm putting them both together because I can't pick one over the other, because I both hate them equally as much. Maybe I hate Arvo just a teeny bit more than Mike, but I like the dynamic. Number 2 for me would be Lily. Now, the reason I would want Lily back is that out of all the Season 1 characters, in my opinion, I think Lily was the most, despite Kenny maybe falling under number 1 in this category, I think Lily is even worse. Lily is the most mentally, I think, affected character in Season 1. I just think having to witness her father's death up and close, whether that be you help Kenny or not, or just Kenny just slams his head in with the salt lick, I just honestly think that is mentally breaking to Lily. And obviously, what I would love to see is that Lily has that kind of revenge factor. People have told me about this before, is that there was the potential of her being the leader of Wellington, and obviously that didn't end up panning out because they really didn't explain that much about Wellington. They just left it a little bit in a cutscene. I would have just liked if Season 3 would have maybe had a little more explanation of Wellington, maybe who was the main leader. I think it seemed like to me Edith was the only person. They didn't show anyone else there but Edith. But why do I think Lily could be in Season 4? Why do I think the likeliness? This is not based, again, on 100% likeliness, but it's based on what I want to see. The reason I want to see Lily in Season 4 is that I believe she's a very interesting, deep-thoughted, capable, badass character. In her own way, she is a badass. She's had to deal with a lot, and which is why I really want to see her come back. Now, why would Dom want to see Lily come back? Other than the fact that, we could either leave her or she escapes in the truck. Now, obviously, I just think, after all these years have passed, how has Lily changed as a character? They obviously can put changes to some of these characters. It's been such a dang long time since Season 1. We want to see differences. So I believe Lily could be the leader of a potential good or bad faction. Like I said again with Molly, I can see leadership. Lily is definitely the leader type. Despite, her and Kenny butting heads in Season 1, Lily to me would probably be looking for for example, she would have been looking for somewhere like Wellington. She probably didn't even go to Wellington, but she was probably panning out to actually attempt something like that. But I can see her as a leader. I just don't know about anything else there. But other than that, that's Lily, guys. Let me, if you think she's in your top 5, let me in the comments down below. Thank you all for watching that. And we're on to our number 1. I think that you obviously know who this might be, but like I said again, this is going to be more of a shocking one. It's not going to be like, you know, Kenny. There's no offense. I don't want to do something completely unrealistic. I want to put the characters that are basically alive. Alright? Number 1 for me would be Krista. And the reason I would pick Krista is that she is probably one of my most favorite characters out of all 3 seasons we've had thus far. And the way we lost her in season 2, at least how, you know, we didn't see her die, was that fight. You know, where depending on if we did action or not, all you heard was a gunshot. And that's why people have always had the mystery of Krista. I think out of any character, she's the most likely, and it would be the most, you know, like maybe not Kenny level, but it would be pretty. I'd be pretty excited because of the way, you know, we lost Omid in a pretty sad dang way. But seeing Krista would be perfect. Now, what aspect would we see her? Could be near the end of the season, could be in the middle, could be in the beginning. I just don't know if she's gonna be at the McCarroll Ranch. We just don't know where she'll pop up. But having to see maybe Krista again would be fan-freaking-tastic to me, in my opinion. And you know, I just really can't still get by the fact that, you know, they were building up us potentially finding Krista in season 2, but you know, it ended up in a bank, and then supposedly in season 3, people were telling me that she was supposed to be in it, but they cut it out. So I think I'd give you an 80% chance of this happening, but we'll see. Guys, thank you all for your support on this video. If you can go again for 200 likes, that'd be greatly appreciated, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Thank y'all again. Peace.